The time is now 8:15. While many look forward to spring, those who suffer from allergies dread this time of year. Now, health officials say we could be dealing with longer pollen seasons and higher pollen counts due to climate change. Here to talk about dealing with more severe allergy seasons that could impact both children and adults is Dr. Kenneth Paris, a specialist in pediatric allergy and immunology. I'm going to get those words out eventually at Children's Hospital. Dr. Paris, good morning and thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
So let's talk about why this time of year is just so bad for people who suffer from allergies.
Sure. So this is the time of year where the spring pollen season is at its highest. It's mostly tree pollen right now. The oak trees and the elm trees and cedar are at really high levels in the atmosphere right now.
And before we talk about the best ways to deal with chronic allergies, let's first talk about symptoms. And I know people right now are still kind of leery about coughing and sneezing in public because we're still in this pandemic, but there is a huge difference between COVID and COVID symptoms and allergies, right?
Absolutely. So COVID-19 or other viral infections cause fever, they cause fatigue, they cause body aches. Allergies don't do those things. You won't get fever from allergy symptoms. What you will get is itchiness, you'll get sneezing, maybe a little bit of cough, but you certainly won't get fever directly from allergy symptoms.
So now that we've talked about some of the allergy symptoms, let's talk about the best ways to treat them. I know people have their remedies, but there really are good ways to attack that sneezy, itchy, watery eye sensation that we're all fighting right now as we watch our cars get covered in that green coat of pollen.
That's right. So if you're having one of those allergy attacks where you're really sneezy and feeling itchy, the best way to manage it would be with an antihistamine. Histamine is the chemical that causes those symptoms, and if we block that, you'll feel better. There are a few on the market that are non-sedating, and those are the ones that we really recommend. So cetirizine or loratadine, fexofenadine, those are all available over the counter. They won't cause sedation in your children who need to go to school. They won't make you sleepy at work, and so you can function. And those are really the mainstays of treatment. Benadryl or diphenhydramine makes you a little bit sleepy. It's effective, but we really wouldn't recommend it during the day.
And I know you wanted to talk about eye drops really quickly and eye drops and nose sprays, because we have about 45 seconds left.
Absolutely. So eye drops are really important because I think those are the symptoms that bother people the most. There are a few on the market that really will help your symptoms. One is called ketotifen. It's a drop in each eye twice a day. The other is olopatadine. Both those really work well to help symptoms. And nose sprays should be started early in the season before it even begins. Think Mardi Gras. Start your nose sprays early. That'll help prevent the symptoms once the tree pollen hits its peak, for sure.
And then you were saying with those nasal sprays, just be sure to follow the instructions on the packaging because they could cause other problems if you overuse them, right?
Absolutely. If you feel like you need to use more of them, see your physician so you can manage the dosing.
And possibly get a prescription if that's something that you maybe need to really attack that those allergy symptoms. Dr. Paris, we appreciate your time this morning. I know we're all getting beat up by the pollen, so hopefully this helps some families out there this morning.
Sure.